I'll be the first to admit that the 2-year-olds generally this time of year get you the most excited and usually steal the headlines, so to speak, but not this week. The 3-year-olds are on full display. Man, oh man, had some real good qualifiers, some really good races from some of these sophomores, and I want to get into it. I want to talk about them. Absolute euphoria. She's qualified in 56 and really wasn't that good that day and still qualified in 56. So maybe a fountain of talent that we just haven't tapped completely into yet. I just felt she wasn't comfortable, but I think we can get her to a place where she's comfortable. We'll see how she goes this week. She wasn't sick, she wasn't healthy last week, so I couldn't really put her into school. I said to Dominic, what do you think? He said, probably should give her a week. I know I wanted to really start to button down on her and work with her, but she's just not quite there yet. But she'll get there. Austral Hanover was great, 55-2, 28-2. As far as the line goes, probably one of the best lines of his life. So I was happy with him this week. Brace for Landing fell flat to me and then scoped a little bit of mucus, a couple of trickles of blood. He's going to enter the LASEX program. I think you're going to see him come forward in a big way on the 11th? No, not this Thursday. Today is what, the 7th? 18th. 18th, you're going to see a big, I think a big breakout race from Brace for Landing. Carter Michael Dio on the 15th will race in Massachusetts in the Battle of Bunker Hill. Him and Spitfire Overseas are slated to go there. Cash Deals will race next Friday at Western Fair Raceway in the City of London. Both her and Warwick Yuri will go there. Coupe de Ville races in the final of that Iron Maiden series on Wednesday. Tough bunch. Mostly aged horses. Tough bunch. But I've been racing great and I'm very happy with her. Crantini qualified great. Opted to run him down to the Poconos to free up some space on our dance card, so to speak, at Mohawk, and drew the 2-hole in the 14th race at the Poconos. I was just talking to Scotty Zion just a minute ago about him here in Oak Grove, and he said that he couldn't come back Tuesday. I said dedicated he is, not just to his girlfriend but to her stable and the horses we have. He's not coming back down to drive stake races because he's committed to Crantini. So that says a lot. So Crantini's going to race in the Poconos on Tuesday. Cunning Connie, great qualifier from her. She'll kick off her 3-year-old season next week somewhere. Cutie Cumber didn't get in this week. She'll race next week and then go to Vernon Downs shortly after that. Five Fish Species may follow her there, possibly, depending on how she races the next 2 weeks. Gandalf the Black was great, 52-1, 52 and a piece, 26-4 on the end of it to finish 7th or 8th. Man, that's a tough bunch. But Grassroots will be coming soon, and we'll get Gandalf underway. Man, he's just turned out to be a nice horse, and there's no reason to think he's not going to get better and better also. Horn Player was Indigo here. The only saving grace of coming to Kentucky today was that I got to warm her up on the racetrack before the rain. I got to go a good mile with her and really feel her out on that surface, see how the equipment looks, how things are going. Eric and I talked about it, pulled her hobbles in a little bit, changed her gear around. She's going to be ready to rock on Tuesday. Now, I wish I was here to do it, but I'm not. And the guy I'm going to meet with for dinner here in a minute, Chris Lems, he'll have a full scouting report on Horn Player. Landing Strip, as I said, will be staying here. I talked to John McDonald, who's also coming with us tonight. I talked to him about Landing Strip, how he's probably best driven. I said, drive him like an older horse. Don't drive him like a 3-year-old. He's got the outside, but he can improve that position quite quickly off the gate. So I think you're going to see a good race coming from Landing Strip on Monday. Merchant Man's qualified now. We'll see how Merchant Man races in his first start coming up this week. Mo Power Baby. I'm very curious how she's going to race. If she's going to struggle in Indiana, she's going to come here also. There's no reason for her to be in Indiana if she can't do us some good, especially when I know she could do some damage right here. She would love this place. More Than You Know, biggest headline of the week for us, for sure. That line was in a left field, 50-4, 27. I talked to Yannick Gingras again about a couple hours ago. We were just joking around, and he said, that horse was exceptionally good. 50-4, earplugs in, running off. I said, he's a nice horse. I am a little surprised, but very happy that he looked that good and interested to see what he's going to do the rest of the summer. We're going to stay to the Stallion Series. We're not going to punch above our weight class with him. And he said, yeah, he'll be very good in that division. And Yannick will drive him unless he is one of Burke's or something, I suppose. My 1%, I was happy with the schooler the other day. Interested to see how he's going to qualify this week. I'll go with him on Friday. Nothing But a Dreamer will race in the SBOA on Friday, so good luck to everybody with him. He looks very, very good. Smoking Hot Irish Girl, coming off a lifetime mark and a win in a stake race in Miami Valley. She will race against Coupe de Ville. I'll drive Coupe. I don't know who Jason has opted to put on Smoking Hot Irish Girl. I'm sure it'll be somebody that'll do just fine. Spitfire Overseas looked amazing in his qualifier. He's headed to the Battle of Bunker Hill next week on the 15th, a week from tomorrow in Plainridge. Stay Special. Didn't get to race her today, but we got to size up her gear, talk about how we wanted to race her. I got to really take a look at her. Happy with what I've seen from her down here, and I know it's going to be a labor of love with this filly. You're going to have to really work on her knees. They bother her, but I think Kathy and Eric are up to it, and interested to see. Now, she's going to be off 3 weeks. She's going to be short, but interested to see how she races, and two, how she comes out of the race on Tuesday now. Swinging Senorita has been amazing. Here's a filly that's never missed the board in her life, not one time, and has already put on 30 grand this year, something like that, 20 or 30,000, and raced great the other day. Fastest mile of her life, fastest last quarter, just continues to move forward. Very impressed with her. Talk about horses moving forward. Tactical Mounds, my God. 53 and 1, 27 seconds on the end of it, and looked very, very good doing it. Tailgate Buzz didn't get to race today, but you know what? We know where all his gear goes. We know how he's supposed to race again. I'll talk to Chris Lems. He can drive all three of them on Tuesday. I'll talk to him about him tonight. Warwi Yuri. Just what a surprise. What a nice horse. He's a nice horse because he's a nice horse. He's quiet. He's a stud, but he's very quiet, very polite, very, very, very well-mannered animal. And everybody cheers for Warwi Yuri, and he went out and raced great last week. He's going to the City of London next Friday. And What a Mission did play a role in me not staying for Tuesday here. I want to get to train the babies in Ontario, but I do want to come and drive What a Mission. I think, as I said in my opening video, this horse is at a precipice now where I really think there's a chance for him to go in a better direction. I think he's a good horse. He has talent, but he has the potential to be a really good horse. And I think it's right there. It's right there. It's almost, you almost grasp it. And I want to put him in a position where it's not necessarily about Tuesday night, but it's about What a Mission. And that's the plan with that guy. So all your videos are done now. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to load them all. I'm going to work on my email as I sit there and have a nice drink. Although we didn't get to race our horses and didn't get to see what was going to take place with those particular horses, I'm comfortable in saying that they'll have a good man at the helm on Tuesday, and I'll talk to Chris about them all. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I hope you, although we didn't have a good day racing because we didn't get to race, doesn't mean we can't have a good weekend and a great start to next week. Take care, everybody.